Live on direct on the internet. Welcome to our show, everyone. It's Anything Goes with George. That's me, and this is my best bud,
Jonathan. You guys can follow me, J.FBA on YouTube, J.FBA90 on Twitter, and if you want to watch me streams again on Twitch, it's J.FBA on Twitch.
Okay, and are we on? Here we go again, YouTube. We're on Twitch. Let's see. YouTube, what the heck is up with? Why do we always have this problem with YouTube?
Just don't like you.
Apparently.
It says you have your reminder on there, but that's about it. I mean, I can go into it and see if you're actually listening.
Yeah, would you? Okay, Mixer says we're live. We have to be. Because Twitter just went off.
Checking YouTube now. And normally you pop up on my recommendations, but I don't see it.
Yep, we're live. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. I see it now.
Usually YouTube is one of the first ones, but lately it's been coming up late. I mean, Mixer came up before YouTube did, which is weird. And
yeah.
Usually Mixer's like the last. So let us, now that we are live, took us 10 minutes to figure that out, let's run the intro.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
It does.
Okay, to our first story. Lots of different stories actually came out today, so we're on the cutting edge of the news. This is stuff that nobody else has reported yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they can report it tomorrow, but we got it today. So if you want the latest and greatest.
Yeah, that's funny. We always get it. We get a lot of things before, a lot of people. And it's funny how we do it, and the next thing you know, like a few days later, you see other people covering it, and you're like, we already did that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want the news, this is the show to watch. And our first article is Instagram has new rules for removing accounts. And all this is that they're going to give you now a warning that goes against their community guidelines. You get one warning. That's it. One warning. And
I mean, I really don't know how their guidelines are, because you got a lot of girls who show like a lot of inappropriate pictures and stuff on Instagram. They Instagram love it. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess if as long as you're not like banging on there, and I guess you're all right.
Yeah, because how many Twitch thoughts have? You get my private Instagram photos, or I bare it all.
Yeah, so for them to talk about some guidelines, I mean, that's kind of funny, because you can see how Instagram is, and I don't know. Like I said, I guess the way you can cross that, if you like whip out your penis, or a girl show her breasts or her bottoms or whatever, I guess that will actually cross the line if you show some kind of private or to your top. So I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. That'll break the guidelines, because I seen a lot of stuff that's on the borderline on Instagram, so I really don't know what their guidelines are. I mean, they could be talking out the ass like Twitch, and it's guidelines for certain people.
That's what I'm thinking. If you're not big enough to be a blip on their radar, they're going to ixnay you.
I'm thinking that's what they're talking about. I mean, Twitch don't even follow their own guidelines, so whatever.
It depends on how big of a creator you are.
No, if you're a guy, you're gone. You're gone. Don't matter what you do. You can do the minorest thing. You're gone. Girl.
Well, no, like your Dr.
A girl.
Disrespect. Ninja.
A girl depends. If you're bringing in money, and it depends. You get a slap on the wrist. You get a pat on the hand. Like, hey, don't do that again. Stop that. Next time it's only gonna be 3 days, and then the next hour we're bumping down to 2 days. Then the hour after that we bump down to 1 day, and then the hour after that we bump down to 24 hours. Then we just bump it down to like 6 hours. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And, well, they're not the only ones that are going to be changing their rules. YouTube will soon be introducing creator harassment policies. And there's a lot.
Yeah, I heard about that.
A lot in the community that are up in arms about this, because that's what their channel is. And it's criticism. And
YouTube beef.
Well, is it going to affect, like Tipster is news? Is it going to affect them?
It can affect a lot of the drama. That's YouTube drama, and that's when you cover drama with YouTube and whatever. That's technically talking about another creator. So I don't know how far they're going to push that.
And then there's like Combat Wombat. That's his whole channel is really criticisms, but he does it in a funny way. He never calls for anybody to get hurt or anything like that.
What's the point of a critic if you can't have criticism? I mean, that's like if movies decide to stop all critics from going to movies.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you're not allowed to criticize a game. Maybe.
You're not allowed to criticize any movie. If you do, you're banned from movie theaters for life.
Well, think about it this way. I mean,
that means
have YouTube pages too. Or if you
that means if they did do that, I mean that means Rotten Tomato will have to get taken down.
Well, no, Rotten Tomatoes is not part of YouTube.
I'm just talking if movies decide to get rid of criticism.
Well, if they have a YouTube channel, is that a creator versus a creator?
Yeah, but like I said, it's you can't have YouTube and not have criticism, just like you can't have movies and not have movie critics. So if movies got rid of movie critics, you might as well get rid of Rotten Tomato because they'd be out of business because that's all they do. That's what they're based off of.
Yeah.
So it'd be what would be the point? I mean, I can see certain things. Certain things, yeah. I mean, if you go push it to a certain limit, then maybe. But if it's just talking and just like getting some stuff off your chest about that person, if they're saying stuff about you or whatever, if it's not going too far, I think they should allow it because it generates a lot of things for a lot of channels. A lot of people come to see the drama. Unfortunately, no, a lot of people like drama.
Well, that's why those in the checkout aisles you get those rag magazines.
Yep, and that's why we have a lot of reality TV shows because half of the shit is staged, but a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't care that it's staged. They know it's staged, but they come there for the drama. I don't know why, as people, why we love drama so much. I really don't. I don't know why it's entertainment to some people.
Well, there's certain drama that I don't mind. Like Intel versus AMD. That's fine. Right. But if you, I mean, technically that's drama.
Yeah, but if you the drama I can't stand. If let's talk about like a reality show, like if two girls go like back and forth calling each other bees and everything and just acting a damn fool, I'll just be like, yo, like really, like grow up, like it's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's plenty of it to go around. That much, that's for sure.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know why a lot of people enjoy it, but they get off on it. So to take that away from YouTube, I mean, I can't wait to get more information about it to see like how far it can go, because like I said, a lot of channels, like especially the drama channels, they need this. That's what they do.
Well, like Combat Wombat did the thing on,
Yeah.
what the hell is his name? What the heck is his name? Hi Jason or something like that.
No, look at Keemstar. His whole entire thing is based off of drama.
Oh, it's called Drama Alert.
Exactly. So that's technically talking about someone. Then you bring them on, then that person talk about them. So it's a lot more. So I don't know. I think we just need more information to see how far can you go. I mean, unless you're like threatening that person, then that's a different story.
Yeah, but if it's going to be like this thing of, like Combat Wombat, makes a video that's critical of, like I like that guy Justin or whatever his name was. Is that reason to be banned? He's not calling for violence against the guy. He's just pointing out the guy's a schmuck.
I mean, if someone brings up some kind of drama, some kind of a person, and it becomes, if they make it like funny and comedic, then allow it. That's what comedians do anyway, because comedians, that's what they do. And like it's a Gundam. He criticizes a lot of what's name, but he doesn't do it in like a terrible way. Like he makes comedy out of it. He makes it funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's drama. He really don't like. He technically don't like really cover it. He just talks about it. So I don't know. Like I said, I just need more information about it. I really don't know how far they're going to do it. If they are going to slap the hammer on everyone to like don't talk about each other at all, it's going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of channels. And we already got a lot of channels that's dying already with the updated guidelines about religion, politics, and like some channels can't talk about like drag queens and stuff like that. So we already got a lot of channels that's already fading away because of the new guidelines.
Well, it's just another. You know what? I bet you it came out of, and this is just my best guess. It came out of that whole thing between that guy with his makeup line, and then Toddy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
James Charles.
Yeah, James Charles. I bet you it came out of all that because there was a lot of people made videos about that.
I mean, that's the reason why they're changing the Social Blade thing up. I mean, they can deny it all they want, but everyone know like they didn't give two fucks about what happened on Social Blade until that happened.
Yeah, because these people were losing subs in where they can't be up to the minute. It's done in the thousands. Well, guess what? People like, my mind is totally. I know who I want to talk about, and it's Pro Jared. He's still losing subs.
He shouldn't be around anymore.
I don't think he's put up a video since.
Good.
Since December.
Good. He's an idiot, man. I don't even want to get it started on that because I'm gonna waking my wife up if I do.
Well, that was the thing was, after all that brouhaha, he still has like over 700,000 subscribers, and he's losing them, but he's losing them slowly, which is weird.
Yeah, but he's not up there anymore. He's not. He might as well throw that big 1 million plaque in the trash now, or send it back, or sell it.
Yeah, he probably sold it. Yeah, he's probably had to sell it for the divorce settlement.
I'm pretty sure it's not real gold anyway. So.
I don't. Well, maybe we'll eventually find out sooner.
No, we won't find out because because you got to break it to find out if it's real gold or not. And I don't want one, man. I'll be too curious. I'll be way too curious, and then I'll do all that work to break it, and then get into it and find out it's fake. I'll be pissed off.
It's gold plated.
Well, it looks real. I don't know. I don't have one. The only way I can really go by is the weight, and I really don't have one to see the weight of it. So, I'm just gonna leave it as that. And if I do get one, hopefully I'm out of that stage.
When?
Hopefully I'm out of that stage that I don't want to like check it out anymore. Maybe someone put a video and actually them breaking it open and seeing if it is real gold or something.
If it is real gold, it's only gold plated. I know the whole thing in gold.
I'll start chipping that thing off, man.
But to our next story,
stop giving me ideas, Stuart. Don't do that. Don't give me ideas.
Yeah. To our next story that I kind of oopsed with, but it's fine. Delete these banned apps from your Android phone. Now, these are kind of obscure ones, but they have kind of obvious names. You know, Employee Work Spy, Mobile Tracking, Phone Cell Tracker, SMS Tracker, Spy Kids Tracker, Spy Tracker, Track Employees, Check Work Phone, Online Spy Free. And these are actually malware.
That don't sound like a lot of anything I have on my phone at all.
Nor would it be anything that I would put on my phone or anybody's phone. I mean, the name just tells you.
I mean, why would you want to track somebody? That's crazy. That's kind of suspect.
Well, if you think your wife's cheating on you, you may stick.
Then, no, don't do that, man. Because then you're still tracking her phone. So no, don't do that. Oh, there's other ways you could handle that, man.
Not only that, Google will track it for you.
Yeah, you can use Google. Google can do it for you. I mean, a lot of those tracker things, you have to get that person's permission because they send something to their phone and then they have to agree to it, and for you to track their phone. So, I mean, for the kids one, I can understand. Yeah, I would definitely use it for that. But other than that, no, man, that's taking it too far. That's kind of creepy, man. If you're suspecting, just sit down and talk or ask questions or whatever, or hire a private investigator or something. There's other ways to do it instead of being all creepy and tracking and getting caught.
I think we lost Mixer, which is fine.
Or you can go and hire cheaters. I don't know if those guys still around or not.
Yeah, well.
That used to be a good show, man. That's a lot of drama too.
Oh, there's enough drama shows to go around.
That used to be on G4. One of my favorite TV shows, channels, until they got rid of it for whatever fucking reason.
Because they weren't making money.
I used to love G4, man. I used to watch Ninja Warrior. I used to get all my gaming news from there. Oh, man, love G4.
Yeah, well, that was all tech news. But then we took their place.
Yeah. I still wish they was around.
Yeah, I did too. They were funny to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedic stuff that was going on there, and I enjoyed it.
Now, France, all these countries are going after Google.
Yeah, of course.
Well, guess what? Russia fines Google for failing to filter search results. Now, what I find hilarious about this is Russia's communications watchdog fined Google 700,000 rubles, which
how much is that?
$11,100.
Hold on, what? That's all you're going for?
Yeah, 11,100.
Hold on, you're suing a multi-billion-dollar company, and all you're asking for is 11 grand?
No, that's a fine.
That's all they're fining them for? I mean, You can fine them for a lot more. 11 grand is just they probably look at that whatever.
Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking. They're like, oh, that's such a financial burden here.
So what are they going to do? They're going to be take that? They're just going to laugh at that. Wait till they get that letter. They're like, oh, this is it? Send it to the lawyers. Go ahead and pay it. Matter of fact, slap another 1,000 on there just for the hell of it.
Just take it out of the petty cash.
They just going to, seriously? Did you get scared, Russia? What happened? Did you we ain't going to try to find them that much. It's just a slap on the wrist. Because that's what $11,000 is to them. Just a slap on the wrist.
Yep.
We're just going to give him a baby pat. And just, hey, don't do it again. That's just a little tiny.
That's more like a paper cut.
it's a poke. They just poked him in the chest. Like, here you go. Just don't do it again, okay? We even now, right? Like, what if you're finding someone, like, especially a multi-billion-dollar company, like 11 grand is nothing. That is, they're not even going to probably fight that. They ain't gonna waste their time.
Yeah, it would probably cost them more money to fight it than just to pony up the $11,100.
Come on, Russia, you guys got to know how much Google is worth. I mean, you got to do your research. For one, what are they get fined? What are they find them for anyway?
Oh, it was because they didn't filter. They weren't filtering their search results. They weren't censoring the internet to
Damn,
Russia's liking.
Russia, are you that broke that 11,000 will just like put a smile on your face going after Google? I mean, if I bumped into someone that worked at Google, if someone like bumped me, like shoulder brushed me, and they work at Google, I am going for a lot more than 11,000.
Well,
Because that ain't shit, man. Like,
it ain't shit to them anyway.
I mean, that ain't nothing compared to like an average person anyway. Like, I could clear that in one day. Like 11 grand, I can spend 11 grand and no problem. I mean, there's enough shit I can buy. They're 11 grand ain't nothing. So I wouldn't go for 11 grand. That's just a laugh. They probably sit there and laugh at the laugh. Well, they just probably sit in one big circle and just laughing their asses off. Why you just sitting there thinking you really did something?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like, take that. You'll know to filter my stuff again. They probably would do it multiple times now because that's all you get it. Like, that is nothing. That is literally pennies to them.
Now, well, and to illustrate how much this is a nothing to Google, that fine, is our next story. Google is increasing Chrome security bug bounty rewards. Now, what this is Google has a program that they will pay you $15,000 if you find a security bug. They've upped that to $30,000. Now, the bottom of the line, it depends on how big of a bug it is. But the bottom of the line went from $5,000. So if you find like a no-nonsense, kind of it's a flaw, security flaw, it's $5,000. They bumped that to 15.
And that's a company got way too much money on their hands just to get normal people to find a bug, and you get paid for it. Like,
now,
that's insane.
But wait, the biggest sum on offer is for finding a Chrome exploit chain where one virus can infect other instances of Chrome, amongst different servers. This will net you up to $150,000 US.
Now this company got way too much money, man. That's crazy. Like, that's how they really care about being super tight on their security. Yeah. Like, gaming companies, you guys should take notes. Take notes. Don't get mad at people for finding bugs in your game. Like, reward them. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. I wish I was smart enough to find bugs. I would stay here all goddamn day.
Well, if you do that, it may be worth something to you. But, and on to our next story. Now, you remember not that long ago, that product that Elon Musk came out with was not a flamethrower?
Yeah.
Okay, which was obviously a flamethrower. This is a drone flamethrower. A drone that has a flamethrower to it. So, what can go wrong? It's only, it's $1,000.
That's it?
If you want the fully deluxe model, it's $1,500. Okay. You will have to provide your own drone and to attach this to. So it doesn't include the drone. Okay, so
Wow,
you got
a
to spend.
flamethrower for drone. That
Right.
is crazy. How did I even get approved?
I doubt it. Well, it's still it's required to comply with the FAA's rules.
That's not getting approved. There's no
I
way.
hope not. I mean, I could understand this for like firefighters that they need to start a fire to clear out brush, controlled. I can understand that, but normal people will get a hold of this thing.
Yeah, like what if some girl like cheating on her dude and her dude crazy. He has a drone. And he's like, no, I'm hooked. I'm gonna order this flamethrower and I'm gonna show her ass something.
And I've shown a picture of a drone with. I mean, this thing shoots a good sized flame too.
Or what if a girl found out her dude's cheating and being the opposite way?
Uh,
Like that's crazy. Like no, don't approve this. This is so wrong.
are you
There's a
faster
lot
than
of
well, here's
there's
the,
a lot of crazy people out there, man. Some psychos
now.
that don't need to get their hands on something like that.
Now, what's really bad is this. It's Ohio based.
Oh man, come
Yeah.
on. You guys gotta be that greedy for money to think of like, you know what? Let's put flamethrowers on drones and sell them. Like, there are other things you can do, man. Like, come up with something better. You can do something so much more instead of that. But no, you rather put your heads together and come up with this idea. Like that's very smart. Like we don't live in a world where people are like literally insane. Like someone can take like scissors and find them and use them as a weapon. So
Yeah, that's what they'll do, especially and even if this is for firefighters to clear up brush or this, that, or the other thing, something like that for legitimate uses, it's going to end up in the hands of John Q. Public.
yeah, some way it will. Or what if someone want to try to like show up to their friends? You know how we are nowadays with our cameras and stuff. So someone try to show up to their friends, flying the drone and everything, and then boom, they catch yourself on fire. Then what?
I don't know.
Because it's a bad idea. I don't even know why you even think it was a good idea to even come up with something like that, especially trying to put in the general public. That's crazy. They got to be one of the psychopaths that just like, yeah, we need this out there. Like it's bad enough. Like almost anybody can get their hands on an assault rifle. So might as well just add a flamethrower attached to a drone to it.
Yeah, why not?
That is crazy, man. You got it, man. Yeah, yeah. Just make it more accessible for everything. Might as well just make it more easier for normal people to get their hands on nukes. Might as well just go that far.
Well, we all know that. On to our next story. Fast food chains consider trying license plate recognition in their drive-thrus.
I don't see why they need it.
Yeah, well, what it is, they're going to have cameras to recognize your license plate to identify customers, so that they'll have, do you want your usual, and it'll already be in the system to know what that person's usual is. Well, what do you do if you only have one car and 3 or 4 family members that use that vehicle?
I mean,
How's
if
that gonna
you,
work?
yeah, that, and also if you have a usual at McDonald's, like something's wrong with you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you shouldn't. That's some place you should go when you're low on money or you don't feel like making them at home and you just want something quick. Then yeah, but you shouldn't actually have a usual. I mean, if you go there every day, I mean, it's not that damn good to have a usual at all.
But McDonald's, it's not. I use McDonald's because that's who they cited, but it's not just McDonald's that wants this.
I mean, anybody.
It's everybody.
Anybody
It's
that's
all a
fast food.
place.
There's no fast food that is like that good that I have a usual that I go like every night and they should know exactly what I want.
And have we become that lazy? Really? What if you usually get, let's say it's Burger King, you usually get a Whopper. Well, you're extra hungry, so you want a double Whopper. Well, no, you have to get a Whopper because that's your usual.
I mean, you have people that probably do that, and that's probably only like a handful, but it shouldn't be added on for just something to do on a regular basis because not everybody want to not everybody go there every single day. And then what if we like you only go there once in a blue moon, and then you get one thing, the next thing you know that's your usual now. You're like, no, I just got that one time. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, I don't want that.
Well, that's what you're stuck with now because.
Or if something you wanted to try, because of course they come out with like new stuff all the time, and you're like, no, I'm gonna give it a shot. The next you know, you come back like a week, 2 weeks later. Now that's your usual. Like,
well, and here's the thing too, is they'll probably give you some sort of like incentive to, well, if you don't get this, but if you get this, we'll give you 10% off or something. But then again, McDonald's doesn't. I've never seen. I mean, every once in a while they do like a special thing.
yeah, you're talking about some money off. I don't see that happening.
But speaking of money, and there's one reason why I put this one in. I know you don't have an iPhone, but if you had an iPhone, would you be interested in these luxurious by Ian Delucia? 2 C's makes it Delucia. $20,000 diamond-encrusted AirPods.
Are they really made out of diamonds?
They encrust the diamonds along the back part of it.
I can't sell that.
Chips.
I can't sell that to no jeweler. So hell no.
20. Well, like I said, there's only one reason is that I put that in there. One is at $20,000, and I looked at the guy's last name, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll throw that one in. $20,000.
It's bad enough you guys are asking $6,000 for a fucking PC, and that's not even upgraded.
Well, no, that's what this guy
but
does
now,
for the AirPods. So
now,
this is not Apple coming out with it.
I don't care. They'll still take fucking credit for it. They'll still take joy in it. I'm pretty sure they seen that price tag was like, oh yeah, we love that.
Oh, they'll sell him as many as he can take, I'm sure.
Like, it's bad enough that you already got Apple trying to with the $6,000 computer base model, and now like you have this guy who wants $20,000 because he puts diamonds and earbuds. I mean, that's your stupidness.
Yeah, and they're diamond chips, and diamond chips aren't usually worth much of anything.
That is your dumbness.
Diamonds.
Like, how bored you got to be is like, you know what? I got these earbuds. I wonder what happens if I put diamond chips in them.
Somebody somewhere will buy them, that's for sure.
I mean, have you seen the ideas of adventures that people come up with that fail, but that don't cost nowhere near as much as that?
Oh wait, because in a few stories we have an Elon Musk story, we have a Facebook story, FCC. Oh, we're pushing all the buttons tonight.
Think about all these good technologies or supposedly technologies that came out over the years, and you see them on TV and everything all the time, and then they just die out, and there's nowhere near as much as that. Like, you got to be really confident if you think you're gonna get $20,000 for some earbuds.
Where there's a will,
you better off.
If somebody comes up with something, somebody's gonna buy it, and you know who's gonna buy something like that? It's these people that have more money than brains.
Well, exactly, but that's not a whole bunch of people. So you're better off taking those diamond chips, keeping them on the actual diamond, and just sell a regular diamond for $20,000 or something like that. And go for it that way. Earbuds, you're going to it the wrong way, man. It's not going to happen.
But speaking of an Apple story,
I mean, hold on before we move on. I mean, if like me and you were like celebrities and we have money at our disposal, right?
I still am buying them.
And then we go to the Apple store, and then they know we got money, so they bring us in the back like, hey, I want to show you something special, and they bring these out like, look, these diamonds, they got these diamond chips in these earbuds, it's just they made them special for you.
Yeah.
20 grand right now, you can have them.
Yeah.
That's the special price just for you.
Yeah.
Like, would you buy them?
No, hell no. Hell no. No.
I mean, that's
Hell
pretty
to
much.
the no.
That's what they're probably going to try it on. I mean,
Oh,
they'll probably get a few young dumb rappers.
What do you mean a few?
to get them?
There are quite a few.
Because a few young dumb. Because not all of them are dumb. I mean, there's some of them that actually know like what they're doing. I mean, the few young ones I'm talking about, the one with the tattoos to show over their face that just buy where the fuck they want. They probably have them, and they're probably not buying them. Oh, 20 grand, that's it? All right, yeah, let me get that. And then they'll be wearing it, and the guy be sitting there laughing like, yeah, we got one.
Yeah, and what do you do if you lose one? I mean, there's 10 grand down the drain.
Or what if it breaks? What if they just malfunction and just stop working? Then what?
Yeah, because I guarantee you, Apple ain't going to guarantee them.
Is there a lifetime warranty? Because it's not Apple's that's selling it. It's some guy who just put diamond chips in them. So you're not
modified it. So
you're not gonna get that warranty.
There's no warranty.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh well, there's 20 grand down the drain. Oh well,
another 20
whatever.
Grand. Yeah, can I buy one for 10?
What the fuck, man? Like, I guarantee one of these dumb rappers with tattoos on their face. I guarantee you, in the next few months, you'll probably see one on with them.
Probably. You ready for the next one?
Yeah, sure.
Apple executives, and it's more than just Apple, but this is from 9 to 5 Mac. Apple, Amazon, and a few others went to Samsung in Korea to discuss fears of, not just for iPhone, but for other devices too, for chip shortages. And this is important because this is RAM, DRAM, and NRAM. Yeah, so if there's a shortage, then anything computerized needs RAM.
Yeah,
Needs memory. So I mean that's a little bit. I mean, because this story only touched on Apple going, but it was more than just Apple that went to Samsung headquarters to talk about shortages in memory. And that makes it a little whether we're going to be able to continue to get RAM at a decent price coming up. The price of RAM may go up again.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
Yeah. But to our next story now, did you participate in the Amazon Prime Day?
No.
Well, you're in the minority, as am I. I didn't either. Amazon says this year's Prime Day surpassed Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined.
Cool, I guess. I mean, I don't see anything super impressive about it.
They sold over 100,000 laptops, 200,000 televisions, 300,000 headphones, 350,000 luxury beauty products, and more than 1 million toys.
Well, I'm happy for people that have more money than I do. I can afford all that.
So, well, I mean, I wasn't one person.
I mean, I know, but still, I'm happy for whoever got money to waste like that.
Yeah, and that was over. And of course they call it Prime Day, but it's actually 2 days. And it was over 18 different countries.
Sweet, I guess.
Yeah, 175 million items.
I mean, I don't have money to participate, so I don't care.
But that is impressive, though. You have to admit.
I mean, it is. It's very impressive. Don't get me wrong, but I'm happy for them. I didn't get nothing out of the deal.
Yeah, neither did I. So now it's our turn with our old friend, Mr. Elon Musk.
Yay.
Elon Musk's Neuralink hopes to put sensors in human brains next year. And what he's petitioning is so that he could start trials. Because right now, he did it to a monkey, and a monkey was able to control a computer with this implanted.
So, telekinesis?
Wireless, actually Bluetooth.
Oh God, no! Get the hell out of here. There's other things you can do. I thought you was gonna be able to control shit with your mind. Never mind. Fuck
Oh
that.
yeah, you could control
Shit
as
with
long as it's
Bluetooth. No.
computerized,
No.
but it's Bluetooth.
Nope. Fuck that.
What they do is they implant these hair thin wires, and they described it as a sewing machine that connects these wires to certain nerve endings in your brain, and all these wires go to a device that sits on the back of your ear, like an old-fashioned hearing aid.
Mm-hmm.
And it has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and you can control stuff with your mind.
That's fucking stupid. No, fuck that. If you can let me control someone's mind when I go to the bank and let them see a few zeros on my bank account, that's something different.
You mean have them put money in your account? And don't think for a moment that it wouldn't get hacked, so that people can do that.
I mean, I would be more excited for something like that, or some kind of telekinesis or something like that. But just for shit that's computerized or with with Bluetooth, that's fuck that. You know, I wouldn't sign up for your trial. Come on with something else.
I'm sure they're not going to do it.
Then I'll consider. Give me something else that I'll consider.
But,
do better.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the FCC, how they were taking away net neutrality, and they had that money. There was money set aside to bring internet to rural areas, right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? The FCC funds rural internet across internet access in 89 Texas counties. $77 million.
Wow. That is a nice chunk of change.
Yeah, and that's what net neutrality was set up to do. But apparently he's going to go ahead and do that, but only in Texas.
Yeah, that's a waste.
And it's going to bring internet estimated. I know I read it earlier. Darn it.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. I think it's like 33,000, almost 34,000 people. Cost $77 million.
Man, if I had $77 million, I would not be sitting here.
Neither would I. I'd buy YouTube now.
Then again, I probably would be sitting here just doing this for the hell of it. But after this, I wouldn't be sitting at home. I'll be on a flight somewhere.
Now,
Japan.
$77 million for that.
I'll buy me a tower in Japan.
There you go. No, you get an apartment in Japan for that.
I'll buy me a tower.
Good luck.
I'll buy me a tower. Like, yeah, I want that big one. They'll probably tell me no. Like, nah, you ain't got it. You black man, you ain't got it. We don't take checks here.
Not made of rubber, written using invisible ink.
Yeah, we won't do that. No black man, nope.
And then
you big black man too. You big black.
Then we have, take some of that $77 million. The internet is next story. The internet is surprisingly fragile, crashes thousands of times a year, which it does, and no one is making it stronger. Nobody is making it better. And this is from a physics site.
I thought they were making it better. I thought that was the whole point.
No.
Oh.
They're not making it safer. They're not, and meaning that what this story actually says is, and this happened. There's a ISP in Pennsylvania that caused millions of websites to go offline throughout the world, just because they had a problem. And that's what caused the Cloudflare problem. Where it's, like one does when the old saying, to human is error. Okay, meaning that, people make mistakes, right?
Yeah, of course, everyone makes mistakes.
If you make a mistake in a computer, how many times does that mistake get replicated if it gets released?
It probably happen a lot.
And that's why the internet got broke. What was it? Pardon me. Last week. Yeah, because last week we were talking about Facebook and them being
Yeah.
down, and everybody
mean-
losing their minds.
I mean, yeah, the internet's fragile. It's full of lies. But whatever, man. Anybody's
I'm
gonna make
talking
it
about the
better.
infrastructure, though, because if you
Yeah.
think about it, you cut one wire. How many people did you cut off
A lot.
downstream?
I mean,
Right.
It's a bad structure.
But
It's like having a nice house and everything inside of it. Everything's great. Everything looks good. Everything holds up until you check out the foundation, and foundation is like very weak. So just like one thunder rumble will like send that thing down.
oh yeah.
So it can. That's pretty much like the internet. It can look nice and good and everything all at once, and it can be like a full mansion, but that foundation ain't good.
Right.
So
Right.
it'll crumble at any moment.
Right. All you have to do is cut one wire, and like I say, how many people are affected downstream? And if it hits the right or the wrong one, you could take a lot of it out. If
Yeah.
you take 3-4 hubs, it's the whole thing's down. You took out a whole country.
Yep.
That's why I never want anything that's like my smart home stuff. None of it is internet dependent. My home, if the internet goes out, will function just the same as long as there's power. So,
I mean, the internet's a great thing, but it's also a bad thing.
yeah, it's also, like I say, it's fragile.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, it could do a lot of good. It can also do a lot of bad, and we've seen that a lot.
Time and again. But then, Captain Orange and how he likes his, little trade wars, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. More than 50 companies reportedly pull production out of China due to the trade war, right?
Oh God, stupid. That's fucking a stupid idea to do.
Okay. Well, like Dell and HP are going to take 30% of their laptop production, take it out of China. Guess where it's going?
Where?
I'll give you a hint. It ain't the United States.
And where's it going?
India.
Why? Like China.
Cheap labor.
China-
man.
It's cheaper than China.
About the same.
Then what's the point? China. Oh yeah, I
So
mean
they
China's
get
cheap.
So that's how they get around the trade war, so that they don't have to pay a tariff because
Come
it's made
on,
in
man.
China.
All the shit that China do for us, and some of the stuff is actually pretty good, and we get it for a good price. And you really want to throw that away? What if they do give it to India, and then everything they give us is like fucking garbage? Like then what?
It is what it is.
We've been dealing with China for,
it'll
like-
probably be assembled there, but the parts will be made in China, but it will be assembled in India, so that would be their workaround to avoid the tariffs
That is fucking stupid. Like,
Trump
how-
is imposing.
How many things that we get that's made from China? I mean, a lot of decent toys, a lot of some good clothing, some parts or whatever. No,
Well,
we get
when I
we
was
get
growing
some
up-
good stuff.
When I was growing up, if it was made in China, it was literally junk. That's not true anymore.
No, not anymore. I mean,
absolutely not true anymore.
when I was younger, you can go to the dollar store and everything you find in there was like made in China. But now you can go and get some real good stuff, and you look at the tag and it's like made in China. You'd be surprised of how good it is just because it's made in China.
Yeah, it's engineered here and made in China.
Yeah, there's a few things I found. I was like, wow, that's made in China. I can't believe it lasts that long, or it breaks like years down the line. And I found out, oh shit, it's made in China. That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Now, when we were working at the company we were working for, and I'd rather not say their name today, I'm just not in the mood for them. They had a product that was a exercise trampoline. Had this big, I mean like this big, American flag. It said engineered in the USA. And I'm not kidding, in print this big, made in China. Like,
Try to hide it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's no wonder that, pass these laws saying you can't do this crap. Because people think, they look at it, they think, oh, it's made here. Well, it's engineered here. You paid an engineer to engineer this thing one time, and they turn around, make it in China, and make 200,000 of them.
Yeah, and speaking of the same place, like how many customers like walked out on us that at the place we used to work when we told them it was engineered here in the U.S. but the parts came from like overseas.
Yeah.
How many customers like just like, oh, okay, and then walked out?
Yeah, and then where are you going to go? None of it's made here anyway.
Like they will sit there and argue with you, and they'll be shocked, and they'll walk out. Well, I guess I ain't buying this no more. And grow
Then
some
what are you
balls.
going to get?
Get over yourself, man.
Yeah, I mean, you want a freezer on top. Well, there is no freezer on top that's made here. They're all made in Mexico. Now, if it's side by side, it's still probably Mexico, no matter whose name's on it. Now, if it's a freezer on bottom, as long as it's made by Whirlpool, it comes out of an Amana plant that Whirlpool bought.
Yeah.
From when they bought Maytag out of bankruptcy. But that's it. And you're paying a pretty penny for.
And we try to tell a few people, we try to tell a few customers that, and they just didn't want to believe it.
I mean,
they're just like, no, I'm just gonna go get this Whirlpool, or I'm gonna just go get this Frigidaire.
We have the Whirlpool right here. Well,
I'm just gonna get this Frigidaire because it's made in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
Domestic parts.
All right, man. You can go ahead and believe that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
The same thing with like TV parts, like. Half the parts over TVs are overseas.
It's all overseas. Vizio was the last one that assembled TVs in the U.S. and they were assembled here, but there was no domestic parts. It was all foreign-made parts.
There's a lot of things you won't be able to. That we're losing to overseas. We're not. You're not able to just order the parts and get them the next day. There's a few things.
Yeah, because the one that was the worst was Samsung as far as parts availability, regardless of if it was an appliance or electronics. Samsung would take 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah, they still is the worst.
And I'm sure they still are. But, if it goes to our next story here, Libra launch won't happen until regulators are happy. And this isn't U.S. regulators. This is worldwide regulators. So our government can't be bothered to rein in our own companies as they should be doing. Now the world has to do something about it. So what does that tell you about the United States, how we're being laughed at all over the world?
Oh man, I don't even want to get started on that.
Well, Captain Orange needs to...
That's a joke in itself.
And I sincerely hope that people of this country have wised up to him and his bull... No, I hope they've wised up to his fucking bullshit.
He even lost that one bitch who took all the shots for him. What was that bitch named? Sarah or something? What was that bitch who... Is that her? The one with the lazy eye who was sitting there lying for his dumb ass?
Oh, yeah, Sarah Huckabee. She left. Is
that her? Okay, yeah. He even lost her. And people don't need to open their eyes.
Yeah. I mean, he's... ambassadors. Everybody... He's a fucking moron.
Like, when she was going, I was like, oh, finally she's going down. I guess she finally got fed up with the bullshit.
People say, oh, I should have the right to say what I want to say.
I couldn't...
I don't like politically correct. Well,
I couldn't
do you
believe...
like not being rude?
I couldn't believe of how much, like, she was defending him just because. Like, I'm guessing after a while, like, she just like, you know what? I had enough of this shit. I mean, I'm done. I can't take it no more. Because every single time something happened, she will have to sit there and make the speech for him. Because he didn't fucking come out and say anything. She will have to sit there and take the fire. And she will defend his ass till the very end.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what happened. I guess she really opened her eyes and just got fed up. Or maybe she just just stuck with it as just because as a job, or did she really believe the bullshit he was telling her? I really don't know.
I don't know. And to me, I don't think that this, with all due respect to her as a person, I don't see that I don't even think McDonald's would hire her. Because everything that comes out of her mouth was a lie or was wrong. And it was so easily proven wrong.
Yeah, and then she tried to
ridiculous.
And then she tried to do the good old Trump trick and just try to brush off to the next person. Like when someone asks her a question, she'll deny it and then brush it off to the next person, like the old little Trump trick. Like, I guess she taught her that trick too.
Yeah, and then we find out what the truth is, and boom, she's still in the what house, and just looks like a fool.
Or she'll give a dumbass response. She'll give you a stupid ass response that ain't got nothing to do with the question.
Or she'd use it as an attack.
Or that. But she'll always look fucking stupid. Yeah. Like you'll sit there and you will sit there and like, yo, I wonder if she hear the shit that's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah. Well, on a lighter note, and I think you'll probably like this one. The PC passes the PS4 to become Ubisoft's biggest earner. Now,
sweet.
Yeah, I mean that to me was like wow, because there's a lot of consoles out there.
Yeah.
And when you sell to a console, I mean, you pretty much, if they want that game, they're buying it from one place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, as long as these companies keep modding alive for a lot of games, you're definitely going to get the PC community with no problem. Because you can take a bad game, and as long as you can allow us to mod it, we can make it a great game.
Yeah. I was watching Tipster playing it was one of the Resident Evils that somebody had wrote a mod for it and actually updated the graphics to high definition.
That's pretty sweet.
And it looked a lot better than it did. Of course, you couldn't run it on Nintendo hardware. It had to be
PC. Yeah.
PC emulated hardware, emulating a Nintendo hardware, but it was
there's a few. There's a few emulators I have, and a lot of games I played growing up. It looks amazing when I play them now. And I'm thinking about turning my Twitch into a retro thing, but I'm not sure yet because I'm not really as good as I used to be. So I don't know. I don't want to get laughed at. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll laugh at you anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Shut up.
But to our next article, and this is kind of the drama I can handle. Now, Asus has come out, and Asus said that it's going to begin enabling limited PCIe Gen 4 on AMD 400 series chipset motherboards, and they've come up with a list that said if you have this motherboard, and you have a PCIe fourth gen card, that you'll be able to put that in to your PCIe 3.0 slot and it will work because it's a matter of chipset, a BIOS update. Mm-hmm. But now AMD came out and is saying that it's not going to enable that on 300 or 400 series boards. So it's kind of like you have a board manufacturer that says, we can do this and this can be done. But then you have the chip manufacturer saying, we're never going to enable it.
Yeah, that's just, it's either it's bad communication or someone ain't telling someone something.
Why wouldn't, and if you're AMD, and this...
I hope my board's not on there.
And then, AMD has said, it won't be as stable as it should. Well, if the BIOS is updated if it's programmed properly, why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And if Asus, because Asus doesn't make, pardon my French, Asus doesn't make crap motherboards. They make excellent motherboards.
Yeah, they make some good ones.
To say, hey, we're going to put our reputation out there to say we can do this. Why would AMD turn around and disable it, force it not to come. That doesn't. I mean, it's not like there's 4.0 boards out there yet, anyway. But if you have,
I'm pretty sure they're around the corner.
right, exactly. If that's, if you want to beat this, keep beating Intel, because Intel went way deep in 10 nanometer, and now AMD's way deep into 7 nanometer, uses less power, produces less heat on their chips. I mean, why wouldn't you allow, if Asus says, hey, we can do this and it can be done, I would believe Asus would not do it if it wouldn't be reliable.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I think it comes down to bad communication. I think someone ain't communicating with someone on certain ends, or something just got left out or something. That's probably what it comes down to.
Yeah, well, I would hope and I would think that, if Asus is able to do this and they go to AMD and say, look, this is what we've done, and here, run your battery of tests. Go ahead and do it.
I hope it's just that simple.
We're putting it out.
I hope it's that simple. I really hope it's just a communication issue, and that can easily be fixed. So I'm hoping that's just it. I'm hoping that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love AMD, and I can't wait till one day I get my hands on their Threadripper.
Rip those shreds.
I can't wait to get my hands on one. That's a big ass chip. I mean, oh man, I was seeing that chip the other day, and I was like, yo, that thing is like a Godzilla chip.
Well, it comes with a torque wrench.
I was like, jeez,
So I went to
Louise.
put it in the socket. It comes with a torque wrench.
I was like, that thing is huge. Like,
Yeah, it is. It's a big
if you came up to me and like flashed that to my chip will like crumble and probably start crying.
Well, I mean, a Threadripper is.
I mean, it's not cheap either, though. I mean, it's a reasonable price. I mean, for what you're getting, it's very reasonable.
Yep.
Very reasonable. So I can't even be mad at how much they are, because I know if Intel came up with something like that, it would be twice as much or probably triple the price.
Oh no, it would be quadruple at least.
Just because Intel's fucking stupid and they're money hungry and don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, because like their high-end Xeon chips, which is what the Threadripper competes with, is a $10,000 chip.
That's fucking stupid, man. Stupid.
But onward to our last story. Be careful where you let your image go online. 24 million images used for facial recognition were secretly scraped all over the internet.
Whatever, man. I really don't give a fuck anymore.
So they go to social media accounts, websites, photo sharing sites, dating platforms.
If you got Facebook, your shit's already out there, so it's no point. If you have Facebook or Instagram or whatever, your shit's already out there.
Well, 15 million face images were from the internet, from search engines. Over 5.8 were from Flickr, FLICKR.com.
I heard about that.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone still uses that.
Yep. Over 2.5 million from IMDb, the movie database.
Yeah. Well, whatever, man. I don't care.
500,000 were from closed circuit television footage.
I really don't give a fuck anymore. Really, I really don't. You can have my image all you want. You can do what you want with it. If you want to make me look better, then that's fine. That's cool.
Should I show everybody what you did to your image?
No. Speaking of that image, a Russian owns that app, and supposedly they're selling our information. Something that Facebook already does. But now, since it's Russia, we got to make a big deal about it. And people were like, it's funny when you read the comments and nobody's like shocked about it. And like, okay, you're like, okay, whatever. Like, Facebook already has our shit, so who cares? And it's funny because I guess the FBI was expecting like shock reaction, and they didn't get that.
I think I just shocked everybody. I showed them.
Oh God!
I showed them that image.
Oh man!
That probably would be what you look like 20 years from now.
20, jeez. Why could it be 20 years from now? If I look like that at 50, man, my life is rough. Jeez.
What happens when you get older, man?
I mean, I don't want to look like that at 50.
Lines.
If I look like that, man, I screw that, man. I get a facial makeover. I'm gonna go straight Kardashian.
everything faked up.
Yep. Get my facelift and everything. I look like my grandfather.
Well, that's generally you look like the way your relatives did when they were XYZ age, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, man. I really enjoyed the app. It's hilarious. It's funny.
I almost fell off the chair when I saw that. I'm like,
I got a kick out of it. I didn't even want to post it, and I was like, know what? I already made it fun of a few people that posted there, so I'm gonna suck it up and just do it and post it. I'm gonna be a man about it and just do it and just take the backlash after.
oh, there was no backlash. It was.
I know.
No more worse than what I do to you.
I know, but I didn't want to take people talking about me, but I put my big boy pants on and I sucked it up.
Oh, we talk about you anyway.
That's what people call having balls. So if there's something you want to do and you don't want to do it, but it's someone will get a kick out of it, just do it. Just do it. Don't be scared. Just fucking do it. Like starting a YouTube channel. There's a lot of people scared to do it. I was scared to do it at first.
Talk about you enough.
Yeah. And then I didn't want to.
For you to make your computer or two.
I didn't want to have my face on camera and stuff like that. My whole plan was to do stuff where you couldn't see my face, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna suck it up, and I'm not gonna be camera shy anymore. I'm just gonna do it, and you know what? I'm kind of comfortable with it now, so it's whatever.
And that's the thing, and that's why like any video I do, I put myself in the bottom corner because it's much more personable when you see a person. It's not just this disembodied voice. I mean, I like.
You must know I was recording, didn't you? Come on.
Huh?
You must know I was recording, didn't you? Come on.
Who? What?
Come on.
Oh, puppies. Oh, kitty this time. We turned into a cat channel.
You know I was recording, didn't you?
Yeah. What?
He was downstairs. He was downstairs sleeping. You had to come up here.
Hi, Simba.
You know I was recording, didn't you?
Who's Daddy talking to?
You know I was recording now.
He's talking to strange people again.
No. And I have my headphones.
Well, what happened with mine was I broke the end of the jack
No. No, that's enough. That's enough camera time.
I broke the end of the jack for my headphones in the port for the headphone jack port.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing now and why you see this silly thing is it's actually connected to the speaker that was coming out last week. I am so stupid. I completely forgot that the speaker has a earphone jack. All I needed to do was go upstairs, grab my earphone, and plug it in. That way there wouldn't be any echo.
Yeah. My speaker has an earphone jack on it, but I don't use it. I'd rather not. I'd rather just use the PC ear jack because it works just fine. But if I had that issue, I would just plug right back in my speaker.
Yeah, well, I completely forgot that these speakers had it. And that is the end of our show. That was the last subject. And we had a good laugh at Jonathan's picture for when he's going to be 90.
Yeah, just erase that from your minds. Don't worry about that.
Oh, it's on tape. It's recorded live on tape.
Or if you guys want to do it, this is not a sponsored video at all. Just download the Face app and just try yourself and just see how you look when you're of like 80 or 90. When you're old, anyway, just look. Or if you do a lot of drugs and smoke cigarettes and stuff like that, it's going to look like a lot sooner. But anyway, whatever.
No, just you're going to look like that because of us doing the show and me raggling on you all the time.
Yeah, it's going to be YouTube stress. Yeah, that's what's going to do it.
Yep.
I can see that happening.
Yep. Well, everyone have a wonderful week and rest of the week and a wonderful weekend. And we will see you guys. Same bat time, same bat channel. Anything goes every Thursday, 7:30. I'm George, and this is my best bud.
I am Jonathan. Like I said, you guys can follow me at JadaFBA on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter is JadaFBA90. So you guys can look me up and go from there.
And everyone have a wonderful week. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.